Good morning, Internet. This is Alex does Sudokus, and it is Wednesday, the 7th of October 2020, and we have another hard New York Times Sudoku for you today. So, let's dive right in with some Snyder notations. We're going to put some ones here because of these two ones taking the columns and this one taking the row. And let's see, I don't think there are any other pencil markings I can put in, but I already noticed there's a triple here. So they are 3s, 7s, and 1s. So 1, 3, and 7. Can't place any of the numbers. In fact, it looks like 3 is weak with just one of them. But before I move on, let's have a look in this cage as well to see if there's anything interesting going on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, nothing really interesting going on. So let's just carry on with the notations. So yeah, I'm just trying to get into the habit of kind of looking at the cages and the board more broadly. Oh, actually, that's a good point. There's also a triple here of 3, 4, and 8. And 4 can't go in these two cells because of these two 4s. So I can actually place a 4 here. And that helps me land a couple of 4s there. So these are 8 and 3. Well, this can't be an 8, so I can actually complete these. And this helps me eliminate 3 from this 1, 7, 8 triple, but I still can't. Oh, actually, 1 and 7. Yeah, 1, 7, and. Sorry, 1, 3, and 7. I have 1 and 7, so I don't know why I didn't place that. So that leaves me with 1 and 7 in these two cells. Okay. So let's carry on with the pencil markings. 2s are locked in here because of this 2 and that 2. Do I have anything else going on here? This looks quite restricted. I have 6 locked in this cell actually because of this 6 and that 6. And that leaves me with a 1, 2, and 7. Can't do anything with that, so let's move on to the 2s. Nothing else on the 2s. So 3s are locked in here because of this 3. And let's see. Nothing else on 3s. I've got a pair of 4s here. I also... Oh no. That's it. That's all the 4s I can place actually by the look of it. So let's move on to 6s actually. I can see a 6 over here because of these two 6s and these two 6s. So lots of 6 in there. So let's go back to 5. Sorry, I'm kind of like jumping all over the place. I'm just trying to like do things as I see them. Breaking out the monotony of my routines, but also being strict enough that I don't miss out on the normal routines either. So I have a pair of 5s here because of these 5s. So these two 5s also locks a pair of 5s here, which further locks a pair of 5s over here. And I think that's all the 5s. So 6s are quite completed. I've just got 6s left in these cells because of the 6s taking the columns. So 7s. These are 7s as well. So that's kind of useful. I've got a pair of 7s and 6s, so I'm going to look at that in a second. After blowing my nose. I think that's all I can do with 7s anyway, but the 7, 6 does not do anything. I was going to say it's unlocked a 4, but it hasn't because I've got a 4 in there. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for 7, no, I'm looking for 9, 5, and what is it? 5, 9, and something else. Oh, 2. So 2s can't go in these two cells because of that 2. So that's got to be the 2, which means I have a 2 locked in here as well because of these 2 and that 2. So that resolves the 5 as well. And the 5 is now resolved over here because of these two 5s taking the columns, rows, and the 6 and 7 taking these two cells. So these 5s don't further lock anything for me. But I do have a, what's the last number, 9, unlocked in this cell. So that was 7. So before I move on, just quickly have a look at this cage to see ones are locked in there, and I'm also missing a 7, which can be any of the cells. So let's do 8s now. So I have a pair of 8s up here because of these two 8s, and another pair of 8s because of these two 8s, which means 8s are locked in these two cells because there are no 8s in row 3. So 8s are also locked in these two rows, but I'm going to leave them out for now. What about 9s? 9s, I have them locked up here because of these two 9s taking the columns. And anything else? Nope. So that's the first round of Snyder notations completed. Let's just step back a little bit and look at the board at a broader scale to see if we have any weak areas we can attack. We don't have any weak areas of 2s, but we have a triple here, which is a 1, 4, and 1, 4, and 3. 1, 3, and 4 triple. Unless I have any hidden pointed pairs, I don't think I can resolve this. No, I don't think I can. So I suppose I can have another look at just pencil marking some more cells. I mean, I've got another triple here, 1, 2, and 7, but again, I can't place the 7, so 7s are weak. So maybe worth looking at the 7s. So this looks quite cluttered. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So this has to be a 1. It's a naked 1 because I can see 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that resolves the 1 and 7 over here because it's a 1, 7 pair. So 1 has to be down here and 6 has to be down there. So I'm just following the pencil markings. This 6 forces a 6 and 7 there, and this 7 forces a 7 and 3 over here. And this 3, along with these two 3s, locks a 3 up there. And that 3, along with that 3, and that 3 locks another pair of 3s over there. So that's a dead end. So, however, I know this is 1, 3, or 4 along the column, and I've got 1 and 3 now, so this has to be a 4. So that eliminates the 4 over here, unlocking another 4. So that's a dead end, but it unlocked another triple, which is 5, 8, and 9. Can't do any of those. So let's rewind back. What about this 1 and 3? Can't resolve that. So anything else? Put a lot of numbers in, so I'm quite confused as to what comes next. Maybe this 7. So this 7 locks a pair of 7s up there. Not super useful. Well, this 7 locks a pair of 7s here. And along with that 7 and this pointer pair of 7s locks another pair of 7s here. So I've got 7s locked in these cells. What else am I missing? I'm missing a 4. So 4 has to be in these two cells, creating a 4, 9 pair. So this is not right because the 2 eliminates that 2. So this is a 4, no, this is a 7 and 1 pair, but I've got 1 up there, so 7 and 1, oops, 7 and 1 are resolved. And the 1 further locks a pair of 1s over here, because of these two 1s. But that doesn't give me anything, but I do have another pair of 1s up here, because of these two 1s and that 1, creating a 1-3 pair. And that could be useful. Let's see. That does that lock anything at all? 2. So now 2s are locked in these two cells because of that 2. But I've got a 2 over there, so that resolves the 2. And these 2s locks a pair of 2s over there, but I've got 2 here, so 2 has to go there, which finally locks another 2 down there. And that's all the 2's done. So let's look at this pair. This is a pair of 8s and 7s. Can't resolve them, so let's just pencil mark them in. Pardon me. I've got another 2 pairs down here, so I've got 4s and 9s, which leaves me with 3s. Well, I've got 3 in this cell, so 3, that unlocks a pair of 3s over there. And what's the last number? It is an 8. So 8 goes here. So with the 8 going there, 8 has to go in here because of this 8 and that 8. So that resolves the 3 as well. But this 8 eliminates the pencil marking 8 up there, so gives me another 8. So that looks like a dead end. So what about the 3? Well, the 3 locks a further 3 over here, resolves the 1 and 3 up here. And that 1 further resolves the 1 down here, so that's all the 1s and 3s done. So even though the 3 started out as a weak number, it's now completed before most of the other numbers. So I've got 2 cells here, and they are 5s and what is it, 5s and 9s. Can't resolve them. It's 5 and 9 in here, so let's pencil mark them in. In fact, 9s are now the weakest number by the look of it. So are there any obvious resolution? I've got 5, 9 here as well, so it seems like there's a 5, 9 chain going on because this is also 5 and 9. But 5's locked in these 2 cells, 9's can be anywhere in this cage. So I think what would be a good place to attack? Let's see, 4, 5 and 9. So what about this cell? This is 4, 7 and 9. I've got 4 there. Nope. Although there's a 4 here, there's a 4 there, so 4 has to go in here. So surely that's going to break the 5, 9 chain because 9 is now locked in here, relieving the 7 and the 5, and this 9 or 5 breaks the 5, 9 chain basically. So 9 has to be here and here and here. So that resolves the 4, 5, 5, 5. This is now 7 and 1. I've got 1 that. Oh no, not 7 and 1. This is 7 and what? 7 and 4. I've got 4 over here, so 4 and 7 are resolved. That resolves the 7 and 8. And finally, I have one last 8 in here, and that's today's hard New York time Sudoku. I hope that's been useful. I think it's a fairly easy one today. I think didn't really meet any resistance. I think the only thing I can think of is potentially finding a naked single that may be slightly tricky, but using the weak number has successfully unlocked the that number easily. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that. And if you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I shall see you tomorrow. Bye.